Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Hi, hello, good to have you. My name is Nicole and today I'm doing a speed build where I attempt to recreate the iconic cat's tail from Genshin Impact in The Sims 4. I decided to build this in Windenburg as it is the world that makes the most sense in terms of how Mondstadt is and the building and the architecture, so that was the choice I made here. So I'm building on one of the retail lots. I think I'm building over top of the library or the inn or something like that. I'll have to link it in the description. But yes, so I'm building here and just trying to recreate to the best of my ability what the cat's tail would look like if it was in The Sims 4. Now, obviously it's not going to be 100% accurate as some of the roofing and other limitations just aren't possible in The Sims. So I'm taking some artistic liberties here, but I thought this would be fun and a good way to combine two different games that I really enjoy playing. So right now I'm just trying to get that side roof line and just some of the paneling to make it as similar as possible, like I said. So that's what I'm working on now, and honestly, this was quite fun and it was a nice change of pace for me. I really enjoyed comparing the graphics in Genshin and taking photos of all of the different angles, and then also trying to make it in The Sims was just an interesting challenge for me. So I'm really excited to potentially do more challenges like this to build other Genshin iconic areas and buildings, maybe even other areas in Mondstadt such as the Dawn Winery or the cathedral, things like that. So if there's any particular building that you have in mind, let me know in the comments. Right now I'm just putting some windows around the building, and I'm gonna start with some window boxes and greenery soon. And honestly, my favorite part about building is just going way overboard with the landscaping, the vines, the greenery. As you can see, I'm about to start working on that now, but oh my gosh, sometimes I think I don't know when to frickin' stop and I just go way too far with it, but that's okay. That's just my style, so I guess I just go overboard no matter what. So expect to see more overboard, way too much greenery, way too much vines, kind of unrealistic expectations, but to me it looks really pretty. I even go in with some of those flowers and some bushes from the Jungle Adventure pack, which honestly look really iconic, like the ones in the actual game hanging from the top there. And just some of those bushes from Vampires really ties it all together. And I just honestly, like I said, I go really overboard in wrapping it around the whole building. So yeah, just a little bit about what to expect from my channel while we're talking here. I might as well use this like a podcast of sorts. Coming up on the channel, I'm working on some Persona 5 challenge videos. So that will be probably in the near-ish to distant future. I'm going to be taking that as a long-term project and working on that over time. And of course, we'll have Wheel Decides my polls quite regularly. I'm going to try to do that usually every week or two. Sometimes I'm mixing it up, like this week I'm doing this video instead, but next week we should be back to that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That should be coming up very soon. And now I'm just adding some more greenery, like I said, just everywhere, having a great time doing it. Let me know if you have any landscaping tips. I pretty much do the same thing every single time and it seems to work for me, but I don't know, maybe it could be better. And one thing that is also interesting from taking a building from Genshin and putting it in The Sims is that it's very asymmetrical, so it looks kind of odd in The Sims. For example, the windows on the front being over to the side is just a little bit jarring for me, but I think that's okay, you know, we're not here for perfection. So just an example of creative liberty I'm taking. I'm just adding a little seating area outside, just kind of going off of the vibe of what I think the cat's tail would have if it was in real life or in The Sims. Since it's a very small area in the game, it's kind of got room to expand upon, and the interior is not exactly the same either, so take that for what you will. I'm just trying my best to make it interesting and kind of build on what we already have, but making it look like familiar when you're looking at it so that you would recognize, oh yeah, that is the cat's tail maybe. Hopefully I did a good enough job for that. So yeah, I'm just adding this outside area. I'm just gonna go around and add those string lights from the toddler kit around each of the posts, which, to be honest, took me way too long, but eventually I figured it out and kind of got into a rhythm of putting them up. But yeah, it did take a while, and you know how The Sims is, it can be so glitchy when you're trying to place things, but I got it done, and as you can see, I'm just kind of placing it around all of the walls on this outer side of this outdoor seating area. Honestly, probably one of my favorite items. I don't normally go for kits or anything like that because I'm not made of money. I'm not, you know, a very big creator, so I don't have all of the packs, but for some reason, I can't even remember why I got this one. Honestly, it was probably because of these lights and some of the cute interior decor, but I do have that one, so it's definitely one of the better ones, I think, along with the pastel pop kit. I really do like that one as well. And I do have a few others that were free. I don't think they're free anymore, but keep an eye on the EA store and All Sims News, because sometimes they do deals where they'll give you a kit or a pack for free. For example, they did that with the My First Pet stuff, which I know is very controversial if you're familiar. But anyways, now we're finally heading inside, and I honestly learned this trick on a TikTok video of taking the vampire's flooring and just switching directions to kind of make it look like a pattern. So I tried that here since that's kind of similar to how it is in game, and I noticed that there was these sort of wall pillars and some sort of siding that we couldn't really recreate the same, so I'm just doing it with some columns here. Again, not 100% accurate, but just kind of getting the vibe right, if that makes sense. So I'm just going upstairs now, and now just trying to figure out what to do with this bar situation. There isn't really anything that kind of works the way that I wanted it to. I wanted to have some sort of seat there like they do in game, but we couldn't really make that fit due to the proportions in Sims, so I didn't do that for this. Now I'm just trying to create that separation between the bar and the lounge area, and I added a bathroom here, which of course is not in Genshin, but we need a bathroom for it to be functional in The Sims. So again, taking a bit of creative liberties here, but taking actually a few of these green rugs and then layering them with the red ones on top to make a similar pattern. I know we don't have the pattern on the red rug, but this is kind of the closest that we can get. And luckily, actually, we had some chairs with the red backing that are actually pretty close to what we see in Genshin, so I'm really happy with that. It looks basically the same. To me anyway, maybe not to you, but I think it looks pretty good. So adding those in there. And now I'm just kind of going around adding a few cat items, since this is going to be a cat-friendly bar, obviously, since it is the cat's tail. And now upstairs, I'm just adding some seating around. Upstairs in the cat's tail, there isn't really anything at all. So I'm trying to make use of that extra space by adding some seating to hang out in and some of those Don't Wake the Llama tables, and just some lights around, and I'm replacing some of the lights with these candles that kind of look more similar to how they do in game. Honestly, with me, sometimes I have to go back and forth a lot, and halfway through a build I'll realize, oh shoot, this fits a lot better. So now I'm just adding a few more decorations around the place and kind of looking at what I need for a bar to function. So just adding like those things like a trash can, TV, that kind of stuff, as well as a karaoke station, which I don't know, I just kind of thought that it fit the vibe here. I feel like the Cat's Tail would have a karaoke station. I feel like they would do karaoke nights, so I'm adding that there with a nice little jukebox, and also the one upstairs. So now we're going to go into the photos for all of the shots so you can get a better look at it. And while I'm here, I just want to say thank you for watching the video so far. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like and please subscribe so you can see what I do next. Like I said, we'll be doing more Genshin videos shortly. So leave a comment letting me know if there's any other build videos you'd like me to do, or let me know if you're excited for the next part. Comment a heart, whatever, just comment something and let me know that you're interested. Other than that, that is it for me today, so I will see you in the next one.